What was the most statistically unlikely event you've ever witnessed? I found out my next-door neighbor was my identical twin when we were 17. The odds of that happening are literally 1 in several billion. I grew up right next to this kid, Marcus, my entire life. We were born 4 days apart in the same hospital. Same height, same build, same brown hair that cowlicked in exactly the same spot. People constantly joked we looked like brothers. Strangers would ask if we were twins when we hung out together. Our parents would laugh it off saying, "Isn't that funny?" and change the subject. Mine always told me I was adopted, but never had details beyond, "Your birth mother was very young." Marcus's parents said the exact same thing about his adoption story. We'd joke around saying maybe we got switched at birth or something wild like that. We did absolutely everything together growing up. Same soccer teams, sleepovers every weekend, shared clothes because we wore identical sizes. Teachers mixed up our names constantly. Marcus's dad would accidentally call me son when I came over for dinner, then look confused and apologize. Senior year, our health teacher assigned this genetics project where everyone had to do DNA testing to learn about inherited traits. Most kids were excited to discover they were part German or Mexican or whatever. Marcus and I figured we'd just find out we were both generic mutts with boring backgrounds. We ordered our test kits from the same company on the same day, not thinking much about it. 3 weeks later, I got my results first. Pretty standard stuff, mostly Western European with some random small percentages scattered in. Marcus got his results the next day during lunch. He came sprinting over to my table looking absolutely panicked. "Dude, you have to see this right now," he said, pulling out his phone with trembling hands. "Look at my DNA breakdown." I stared at the screen. Every single percentage matched mine perfectly. 58.3% Irish, 22.1% English, 12.4% German, 7.2% Scandinavian. Everything identical down to the 10th of a percent. "That's bizarre," I said. "Maybe the lab mixed up our samples or something." But then Marcus scrolled down to the relative matches section, right at the top, showing a 99% DNA match was my full name. Not listed as cousin or half-sibling, the system identified me as his identical twin. We just sat there staring at each other for 10 minutes in the crowded cafeteria. Students were walking past us chatting and eating, while we were having our entire reality shattered. Marcus spoke first. "We need to tell our parents, immediately." That evening, both sets of parents met in Marcus's living room. My mom and dad on one couch, his parents on the other, with Marcus and me sitting on the floor between them looking traumatized. Dad pulled up both DNA results on his laptop, showing everyone the perfect match. Marcus's mom went pale and started crying quietly. "This can't be right," she whispered. "We were told explicitly it was a single-child adoption. Closed records, no siblings." My mom was shaking her head. "They told us the exact same thing. One baby, no family history available." That's when Dad called the hospital where we were both born. It took 4 different departments and 3 supervisors before someone agreed to investigate the old files. According to the records supervisor who called us back, there had been 2 adoption placements that same week 17 years ago. Same agency handling both cases. The birth mother had given birth to twins and specifically requested they be placed together with one loving family. But there was a paperwork error during processing. One twin was sent to the family requesting a baby boy on Maple Street. The other twin was sent to a different family also requesting a baby boy on the same street, literally next door. Nobody ever cross-referenced the addresses or noticed 2 babies with identical birth dates going to neighboring houses. Marcus and I had lived our entire lives 30 feet apart when we were supposed to grow up as brothers in the same family.